Israel and Palestine were in news this week. Also, a huge violence is raised. By this, Gaza raised against Israel, and Gaza fired hundreds of missiles on Israel. Many people were suffered in conflict. Why are they fighting? Why this violence raised again? What happened between these countries in past centuries? Hi, welcome to our channel FLARES. Many wars started and ended up within few years. The Second World War, the biggest war, happened for 6 years. From 1939 to 1945. But the war between Israel and Palestine, or can say as fight between two religions, that is between Jews and Palestine. The war between them was happening from past centuries. Let us know what is happening at present in Israel, Palestine, and Gaza. At present, Gaza and Israel started airstrikes on each other, and also Palestine are fighting and started rallies against Israel. The total violence was started due to a place called Sheikh Jarrah in East Jerusalem, where the Palestinians resides. Recently, Israel court declared that that place belongs to Israel. The Israel people started arguing with the Palestinians to vacate the place. So, the Palestinians got fear of vacating from their place. And also, the Israel continuing the constructions in Jerusalem. So, in Palestinians are in fear of occupying the place by Israel day by day. Also, they thought that, further, they will let us to vacate from our place. So, on these aspects, Palestinians started rallies and violence against Israel. East Jerusalem's Sheikh Jarrah became emblem of Palestine's struggle. On May 7th, the situation changed into violence. Then Israel police forces started controlling them. Then the Palestinians and police forces fought each other horribly and are injured. On May 10th in Al-Aqsa Mosque, the Palestinians attacked on common people. So, to control them, the Israel police forces entered in the mosque with rubber bullet and stun grenades. Why the Palestinians attacked on the common people in the mosque? Because the mosque is holy place where police and militants are not allowed. But Israel police forces entered in the mosque and attacked on Palestinians. Due to that, a very huge violence is created where 163 Palestinians got injured along with 6 Israel polices. By this, youth started a march and given a slogan that Arabs are going to die. By this consequence, violence raised more. After that, another rally started in Jerusalem. Due to this rally, the total violence was raised extremely high. The rally was on the Jerusalem Flag Day. On that day, the people started protest that Palestinians have to leave this place. By this, violence increased a lot. Why? Because in 1967, for occupying the East Jerusalem, the Jerusalem Flag Day was celebrated. So, the people again celebrated this day due to that the Palestinians got fear and reacted in violent way. The Palestinians thought the Israelis are going to occupy the Jerusalem. When the police entered in the mosque, the Gaza warned the Israel that bring back the police forces. Because the mosque is a holy place. If you didn't return the police force, we will attack you. The Israel didn't listen to Gaza, so the Gaza fired thousands of missiles on Israel. The Gaza was in control of Hamas group. Hamas group is a well-developed armed militant force. The Israel defended the airstrikes by Gaza with defense system called Iron Dome, developed by Israel Aerospace Industries, but few of them fired into Israel. Due to this defense system, many missiles are destroyed in air itself. Nearly 232 people have been killed by Israel military campaign, including 65 children, and the number of wounded is more than 1,900. Now let us know what happened in 20th century. Israel and Palestine, before there is no Israel, the area called Palestine and ruled by Ottoman Empire. There was establishment of Jewish, Christians and Muslim religions made the land as especially the city of Jerusalem and uniquely holy place. For about 1,000 years in the Middle Ages, the Arabs almost always held control over the area and actually lived relatively peacefully with Jews in past. Jews wanted a country on their own, but in past centuries the founders of Judaism, most Jews had left from the promised land and spread throughout the world. But the goal of creating their own country, many Jews came back and settled in Palestine. Till late 17th centuries, Jews living around the world begin feeling that no country accepts them as their own. If they want to live peacefully, they used to have their own country. In 1881, the first large scale of migration of Jews was seen in the Palestine area. Jews built many permanent structures in the area and started residing there. Why did they selected land of Palestine to live? Because it is a holy place for them. Since the place of Jerusalem is very precious to them. At that time there was no Gaza and no West Bank and no Israel. The whole area was called as Palestine, which was under Ottoman Empire, where Christians, Jews, and Muslims lived together. More or less there were no conflicts between them. After a few years, in 1914 World War I started. And in 1915 the British, French and Arabs revolutionaries fought with the Ottoman Empire. At that time the British played a crucial role, that they had gave promises to Arabs, Jews, as that if you support us in this war to fight with Ottoman Empire, then when we win we give you freedom and Palestine land to you to live there. They gave promised Jews and Arabs separately, and also made a secret deal with French. As soon as the Ottoman Empire lost the war with British and French divided the Middle East between themselves, the British took control over Palestine region, and it was controlled for many years from 1918 to 1948. In this time a big thing happened was Hitler came into power in Germany. After he came into power, he killed 6 million of Jews, called as the Holocaust. Due to this, Jews spread out to many areas, and again some Jews came to Palestine, and the Britishers accepted them to migrate there. But later it was stopped because the Jews started a movement as Israel nationalist movement, which started at Palestine. At the same time the Palestine nationalist movement had also started. Both the demanding for having their own country. In 1948 British realized that they can't rule here no more, so they left from there. They gave the decision to UN to give their own countries to them respectively, to Jews and Palestinians. The UN came with plan to allot the land to Jews in Palestine. In 1947 the United Nations partition plan has releases, as it gave a 57% of land to Jews and rest 43% of land allotted to Palestine. The place of Jerusalem is historically a holy place for three religions, namely Jews, Christians, and Muslims. So, the Jerusalem would be under the control of international. Jews accepted to it and formed country named as Israel in 1948, but the other neighboring countries and Arab countries weren't pleased with plan. Arab countries believed that the plan was basically Britishers' way of continuing colonism. So, they started a war against Israel, saying that they will not allow the Jews to take any part of the land of Palestine. Now the first Arab-Israel War of 1948 was happened. 5 countries against a tiny new country. Israel people know that if we fear, we know how we lived before, so now we got our own country. Is we lucid? No, again we should face the troubles that we have faced before, so we should not lose our own country. The 5 countries are Egypt, Iraq, Syria, Saudi Arabia, Yemen. The Israel fought very horribly with these countries with less deaths. Finally Israel won the war. War ended in 1949. By this winning, Israel occupied some places of Palestine. 7 lakh Palestinians had no home. By this they left for Arab countries. In 1967 the Second Arab-Israel War started. It happened for 6 days, and again Israel won against them easily, and at this time it had occupied the large area of Egyptian's peninsula. So, by these wars Palestine wanted their own country back. For this in 1964 Palestine Liberation Organization P.L.O. was founded. And again in 1973 another war happened. After few years in 1979 Egypt became the first Arab country to recognize Israel as a country that exists. Thereafter peace stop. Egyptian's peninsula area occupied for Israel was given back to Egypt. Many countries thought that P.L.O. is a terrorist organization. But in 1992 the new Prime Minister for Israel told P.L.O. is not a terrorist organization. They peacefully talked. After all these, in 1990 for the Palestine government is established for the first time. After this establishment, the West Bank was formed. West Bank was divided into 3 areas as ABC, and A area controlled by Palestine government, and B area by both governments, and C by Israel government. Realty, in 1994 Palestinians get only some bits and pieces in West Bank area, and the Gaza Strip there is no place to them. Hamas group was founded in 1987 due to the Palestine Prime Minister was getting close to Israel. So, they fear and divided from Palestine and formed a group named Hamas. The Jews fanatics started hating their Prime Minister, on other hand hating the P.L.O. This all hatings between them was because they reached a compromise with Israel. Then the polarization started increasing between them, then people of both countries started hating each other day by day. Around 2002 violent protest was seen by both countries. More than 100 Israel was dead. Due to this, Israel started building walls around its settlements, permanent houses, surrounding security guards were emerged by the Israel in the West Bank. Hamas group kept election and the Want P.L.O. party declined. In 2007 a civil war took place between the two parties in Palestine, fighting each other for ruling. In 2007 this war armed as Battle of Gaza. Palestine divided its 2 parts as Gaza Strip, and Hamas established its control and West Bank under the control of PLO. And this is the history of Israel and Palestine. Friend, by these we can say that the conflicts between Israel and Palestine were happening since centuries. Due to this all consequences they are fighting till today. Okay, we'll see what happens further. Friends, I'm signing off for today. Subscribe Stark Flares. Thank you.